Sorrel's in front as they change. The pace car just makes it off the road. Look at the big wipers going on Aberdeen's car. He's got the best visibility of the lot. The four-wheel drive out is definitely an advantage, as it shows now, going right round the outside, and is going to bring Aberdeen with him as well. Sorrel van der Merwe's just got the rear-wheel drive. Terry Moss is going to set off into the blue. Here comes Aberdeen on the inside. Just says, let me just get past you, Sorrel, and we are going to set off. This is ideal Audi turbo weather. It's the four-wheel drive showing what the advantage of four-wheel drive really are. Terry Moss not being worried too much by the wet roads. Sorrel hanging on to second position there. There's Aberdeen pouring the town as they go up the hill, and we're in with Moss. In the front, empty roads ahead of him. And as we go up to Wesbank corner, easy on the brakes. He's got four-wheel drive to help him slow down too. It's a double left-hander. Starts to accelerate. You can take it tight. And you can watch the boost gauge. There it is on the right-hand side, that right-hand gauge. Maximum boost as he goes down there. Lifts his foot as he goes through. You can watch that gauge. He starts to feed it in. Accelerates towards Conti corner. Foot off. Turns in right. This is tighter than you think. His wipers are not working, but his vision is pretty good inside there. Aberdeen is second. Sorrel is third, and still getting points there. And a little further down, the fun should really be happening. It's Morgan fourth. Shows the capabilities of the driver's been able to ride on. Oh, Sorrel's going to go off the road there. Nearly went off into the run-off area. Just experience kept him on the road. Ben Morganhood's closing on him as well. Sorrel is on rain tyres, on treaded tyres. And the Audi's four-wheel drive just showing what the advantage of four-wheel drive really is all about on wet roads.
En wat ook duidelik is, Roger, wanneer ons in daardie aan boord die motor van Terry Moss is, terwyl Gary Dunkerley en George Besuidenhout sake uitspook. George Besuidenhout die klas C motortjie en Gary Dunkerley in sy klas A Porsche. Is dit ook baie duidelik, en daar is Pat Duckham in sy Ford Sierra, maar het is baie duidelik hoe hard die renjaars werk. As hy terug is net saam met Terry Moss, dan sal jy sien hoe hard hy werk en hoe daar die stuurwiel heen en weer gepluk word om seker te maak dat daar die motor op die reguit op die lyn bly wat hy hom graag wil hê. Dis George Besuidenhout daarie in nommer C41. En hier gaan dinge nou begin heeltemal anders verloop as wat ons aangewoond is. Nommer 17 is Dion Joubert, is in 'n klas B motor, en die klas C Ford Sierra van Pat Duckham in die Fram kleure is besig om vir hom werklik opdraande te gee. Gary Dunkerley sit met 'n klein klas D Volkswagen Golf agter hom. So dinge lyk nie heeltemal soos wat ons gewoond is daaraan nie. Mense kan miskien glimlag terwyl jy hier in die kommentaar op sit, en die toeskouers geniet dit waarskynlik heel wat meer ook as wat die renjaars het geniet, want ek moet jy sê, met al daardie krag op jou agterwiele in die meeste van hierdie gevalle is dit 'n absolute probleem om die motor oor hierdie gladde renoppervlakte te bestuur. Is in baie gevalle nie veel van 'n wedren nie, is hoofsaaklik maar 'n optog om seker te maak dat jy op die baan bly. Soos jy daar kan sien, kyk net hoe gaan Dion Joubert se motor heen en weer, want hy is natuurlik toegerus met 'n heel wat kragtiger enjin as die 2 liter enjin van die Ford Sierra van Pat Duckham. En dit is byna soos om met 'n fiets op 'n ijskaatsbaan te gaan ry, as 'n mens die vergelyking kan tref. Jy weet nooit wanneer die motor se stert gaan pad gee nie, jy weet nooit of jou remme effektief genoeg gaan wees nie. Jy moet elke draai op 'n ander manier benader, want elke keer wat jy in dieselfde draai inkom, is die omstandighede anders. Die lyn is anders, die pad is moontlik 'n bietjie droër as wat hy was, of 'n bietjie natter. En mens moet jou oordeel baie suiwer vel in elke draai wat jy neem. En soos ek sê, elke keer wat jy 'n draai nader, lyk dit anders as die vorige keer. Deur Caltex draai vir die tweede keer. Pat Duckham gaan hier 'n geleentheid gebruik. Met al twee sy hande gaan hy dit aangryp, omdat hy nog nie voorheen kans gekry het om sake uit te spook met klas B motors nie. Die Fram motor van Pat Duckham en die BMW motorsport as B motor van Dion Joubert wat sake daar uitspook om die 6de posisie algeheel. As Pat Duckham na die 6de posisie kan afneem van Dion Joubert, dan gaan hy nog meer kampioenskapspunte aanteken natuurlik, want daar word ook punte vir jou toegeken volgens jou algehele posisie. Voorlopers nog steeds Terry Moss en Chris Aberdeen, 3,5 sekondes tussen hulle. En luister 'n bietjie hierna, 12 sekondes verder terug is dit Sorrel van der Merwe in die 3de posisie met Ben Morgenrood. So 'n sekonde en 'n half wat verder terug. So dis Ben Morgenrood en Sorrel van der Merwe wat sake gaan uitspook om die 3de posisie. Tony Viana op die oomblik in die 5de plek met Dion Joubert so So 5 sekondes of wat verder terug en Pat Duckham net 'n sekonde en 'n half verder terug in die 7de posisie algeheel. George Besuidnout is daar, Gary Dunkerley met daai 3,5 liter of meer as dit 3,8 liter Porsche engine oor die agterwiele van sy Porsche Carrera. Sit op die oomblik in die 10de plek, of liewer in die 9de posisie algeheel. Dave Repsol het kort op sy hakie en dan Richard Sorensen wat voorloop in klas D in sy Volkswagen Golf. Ray Wilford is daar, Sean Blou is daar, Steven Kaloti is daar en Rex Tweedy ook. Dit is 2,5 rondes wat verby is en hierdie 4-wiel aangedrewe Audi Quattro Turbos is besig om te wys waartoe hulle in staat is.
And here's a demonstration of two very capable motor cars, of course driven very capably as well. The 4-wheel drive Audi turbos in a class of their own out there in the front. We're waiting for Sorrel to appear. Here he is now, and Morganwood is challenging him. They're getting a line here now. Morganwood is looking to go through in the inside. He's got a rear-wheel drive car too. They touch. That's all part of it. And they spun each other, and Morganwood's just going to keep on spinning around. He's got it going. Sorrel goes on down the road, and Morganwood sets off after him again. So Sorrel's thinking to himself, where did you come from? So Sorrel holds on to his third position, but he knows Morganwood's certainly going to be a threat as they're getting some of the slower traffic. Those Audis in the front, they're popping and squeaking along as if it's a dry road. The best time they're doing 2 minutes and 4 seconds is very, very good compared to the 1 minute 49, so they're only about 15 slow. Sorrel speeding up, as you can see. But here we come into the bungee corner, as we call it, just after Caltech's curve. Morganwood going for the inside. He's got a nice big wiper working away there. Sorrel closes the door. He moves to the side. You can see him wheel it away there. But Ben overdoes it, spins it, keeps it spinning, and then it came to stop, hooks it into first gear, and off he goes again. And Sorrel tunnels off down the road. So he'll be making a comeback on there as he comes through now. He's down to 5 seconds behind him. And Sorrel is starting to really get the hang of this motor. He can do nothing about those Audis. 4-wheel drive have those advantages in the wet, and they've always preached those advantages. Now you're seeing it in practice. But he's losing it there too. Does that slow him down one little bit? It slows him down nothing. Morganwood looking for a drier patch as well. He's coming to challenge, and this is on rain tires. Right, so we'll give you the order after 3 laps. There's 8 in total to do. They're certainly going to see out all these laps. There's Terry Moss in the front there, leading by just on 3 seconds ahead of Aberdeen. Minolta Audi ahead of the Bosel Audi. Then Sorrel is losing more and more ground all the time. It's 20 seconds, but Morganwood has closed, as you see there, to within 2 seconds. Tony Dion is getting away from Dion Jabir. Pat Duckham is worrying Jabir in the BM. Pat Duckham in the 2-litre car. George Bezuidenhout's at 10 seconds behind him. And Gary Dunkerley is soldiering on in the Sayback Porsche. Right, same again. Sorrel is going to be challenged by Ben Morganwood. This is where it happened before. So we're going to do it this time. We've got a slower car in the way. This time he's now going down the straight. Sorrel's in 3. Ben is in 2. And nothing between the two. Lovely shot as they start to appear over the brow, coming towards us. Lovely shot of Bryanson in the background there, and Ben now is starting to challenge. That foreshortens that whole corner. In fact, go through in a dry road, absolutely flat out. And they just lift and put foot down here. New car coming for Morganwood. He's going through in the inside. Is he going to make it? No, not this time. Sorrel knows it's not going to be an easy passage to the end of this race. Half the race is gone. We've got the 4 laps to go, and Morganwood looking for a place to pass. Sorrel hasn't got the wipers. Van der Merwe hasn't got wipers, as you can see. Just touches the brakes there, it snakes all over the road. There are different standards of rain tyres. Whether they can cope with this sort of flooded road is another thing. He's going for it on the inside of Yellow Pages, not this time. And this is totally Morganwood's style of driving. He just keeps up the pressure. And you think he's going to go away. You can just hear it in the distance there. It sounds like a V12 Ferrari as it goes around here. Now he's going to get him on the way to Wesbank. Sorrel lost it here before. Hangs in there this time. Now he's going to go down to the right side. Here he comes. Here he comes. Up on the outside. He's going to go around the outside. I think he's going to lose it if he tries. And a try. He's going to try. Sorrel keeps the inside line. And Ben loses it. Well, almost as we predicted he's going to do. Now, of course, he's over blind rise there. A little bit too much. There he goes. Well, he's got 4 laps to make up now. He's got to catch him. He's got a clear road ahead of him. And not too far behind him, actually, is Tony Viona. Now he hasn't got spray to worry him. Beautiful sounding machine. That's a 3-rotor car. They're building a new 4-rotor in the States for him. And there's the leader, hurrying along. And if ever you wanted an advert for a 4-wheel drive car, there it is. Here's Ben round the outside on Wesbank, trying his hardest. He turns, you can see the understeering as he turns in the wheel. Loses it, maybe puts on the power. He's got his brakes on there now. And he spins it down the road. Now he's over the brow of the hill. That could be a little bit dicey if there was a car just behind him. Got time to spin it around. Over does it a wee bit. Right, there's the leader. Not Audi, leading the Bosel Audi of Chris Aberdeen and enjoying it into the bargain, getting it sideways and really sending along. I think Aberdeen is going to be a threat before the end of this race.
Ek dink Roger, mens kan sekerlik vermoed dat daar effens van 'n glimlag op die gesig van Sarel van der Merwe speel. En dit het 2 keer gebeur dat Ben hom probeer verbysteek het en elke keer het Ben dit net so klein bietjie oordoen en toe moet hy maar weer van voor af probeer. Maar dis duidelik dat die baan besig is om al droër en droër te word. Die tye is besig om af te kom. Die 2 voorlopers staan albei op 2 minute 1 sekondes. En Sarel van der Merwe staan op 2 minute 6 sekondes. En hierdie stryd aan die voorpunt gaan baie interessant raak. Hulle gaan nou die 6de ronde voltooi. En dan is daar nog 2 rondes wat oorbly. Ben Morgenrood het net nou 4 sekondes in 1 ronde verbeter op sy vorige beste tyd. En ek dink daardie renlyn, soos jy baie duidelik daar deur Caltex draai kan sien, is besig om al droër en droër te word. Die probleem is natuurlik as jy van die renlyn afgaan, soos wat Ben Morgenrood daar deur Wesbank gemaak het, dan is hier nie moeilikheid. Hy is net so bietjie oorywerig geweest, net so klein bietjie verder gewag het. Maar soos ons ook al reeds vroeër gesê het, dis een ding om Sarel van der Merwe in te haal, dis iets heeltemal anders om Sarel van der Merwe verby te steek. Chris Aberdeen met die vinnigste ronde in hierdie stadium van 2 minute 1,03 sekondes. Is nog nie heeltemal naast by natuurlik die ronderekord van 1,49 wat hulle vroeër vandag opgestel het. Verbasend daar. Gesig wat 'n mens nie aldag sal sien nie is die 2 voorlopers wat vir Gary Dunkerley wat in dieselfde klas as hulle jaar verbygaan. Hulle is nou 'n ronde voor hulle en daar is maar 'n halwe sekonde tussen Chris Aberdeen en die man wat die voortou het, Terry Mas. 2 rondes wat oorbly. Hier kan 'n interessante stryd kom tussen die 2 Audi Quattro spanmaats. Mas gaan baie wyd en dit gee vir Chris Aberdeen die geleentheid om so 'n bietjie nader te kom. Mens moet ook in gedagte hou dat hierdie reënbande wanneer hulle op vir 'n lang tydperk, vir 'n relatief lang tydperk op 'n relatiewe droë deel van die baan jaag, word hulle wow, en dwars is dit Terry Mas wat daar deur die eerste van die topspoor is gegaan, dan word die temperatuur van hierdie bande redelik gou redelik hoog. Hulle kan baie gou oorverhit. En dit is waarskynlik waarom 'n mens kort sien dat Terry Mas ander gedeeltes van die baan opsoek as die droë renlyn, net om die temperatuur in daardie bande so 'n bietjie af te bring. Verbasend dat daar nie veel meer ekskursies van die baan af was tot dusver in hierdie wedren nie. Ek dink dis getuienis van die bestuursvernuf van al hierdie renjaars wat in Wesbank gemodifiseerde sedan motors deelneem. Terry Mas, Chris Aberdeen vir die 7de keer. En dan gaan hy, ek dink daar's 'n probleem met Terry Mas. Ek is seker hy het 'n probleem met 'n radwisseling misgeloop. Ja, hy het waarskynlik 'n rad gemis. En is Chris Aberdeen, ons het 'n nuwe voorloper. Net deur Continental draai het Terry Mas waarskynlik 'n radwisseling gemis. En is dit Chris Aberdeen wat toeslaan en daardie geleentheid gebruik om aan sy kant te kom, want dit is soos ek net gesê het, nie so maklik om verby te gaan nie, veral as die baan nat is weg van die renlyn af. Ons het reeds vroeër ook gehoor van hierdie renjaars dat die baan so van aard is dat jy in elk geval moet sorg dat jy so naby as moontlik op die renlyn bly. Anders gaan jy die buitekant van die baan kuier. Terry Mas wat alle versigtigheid oorboord gooi en probeer om daardie eerste plek terug te neem van Chris Aberdeen af. Dis die einde van die 7de ronde en daardie tye is besig om al nader of al minder en minder te raak. Chris Aberdeen, wow. Ek moet sê, dis oomblik is daardie wat 'n mens hart in jou keel laat klim. Gelukkig vir hom het hy 4-wiel aandrywing met daardie 2.2 liter turbo aangejaagde 5-silinder engine onder die enjin. Vir die laaste ronde, Roger McLeod.
Well, it looks like Chris Aberdeen's going to put it off. A missed gear change there by Terry Mas. Pressure's off him now. He's got to really get there. He's got half a lap to do it. And this has been a real power demonstration by these Audi turbo four-wheel drive cars. This is an advantage, as we say, and Aberdeen hasn't got its own up yet as they come up there on Stephen Quality from Velcom in the little Class D car. And they've been past Dave Repsol, going very well in the little Toyota Corolla. And Aberdeen looks very well set here. He's had great successes at Kyalami, did well in the German touring cars. We've seen him win the Porsche Turbo Cup race, and he's starting to shine in the rain as well. Hurrying along here now, took his chances there when Terry Moss lost. It looked like he missed a gear change coming out of this corner, Continental Tire corner. And Moss, if he tries to pour it on any harder, he's going to lose the car altogether. He straightens it up. It looks like it's going to be Aberdeen's race. So the wins for the day will be shared between that motor car. Terry Moss won the first race just ahead of Sarl, and it's Aberdeen leading this pair into this corner now. So Sarl van der Merwe at the moment is lying, he's quite far down, he's about 30 seconds behind the car, not suited to these conditions at all, as they come up on George Bezuidener. George is lying second in Class C, as you see, and there you can see Dave Repsol just behind them too. Those are the Class D cars, and they're coming up on the leader of Class C. That's a 2.3 litre class, and that is Pat Duckham in the little frame series. Had a great drive as Duckham staying with them all, giving some of the much larger cars maybe a little bit easier to drive, something to think about. As they come to the line, it's going to be Chris Aberdeen winning it for Mosul. There he comes now, popping and squeaking as he comes across the line, and they get the flag there from John Wheeler. And Sarl's not too far away either. Here comes Morgan Root for that final challenge. Is he going to be able to do it? He's tried it twice already, and twice he's spun. Maybe he's going to settle for fourth position. Sarl comes down. This is where he's very fast when he comes down towards us. In the dry, they're doing about 240, 250 through here. And Ben is on a dry line too. Is he going to be able to do it? He's certainly hurrying along. He's getting a lot closer. But he's got a formidable man to beat ahead of him. As he comes up to Nash here, is he going to throw it away here now? I think he's going to just settle for that fourth position. Obviously, you never know with Ben Morgan, he never gives up, and he's going to try and pass him on the way to the line. Look at this. He comes up, he's trying to get the power on the road, and he just wobbles and comes across the line by half a car length. He never gives up, does Ben Morgan. Great driving there. He just couldn't get the power on the road. It started to snake as it came up the road. So nice win there for Chris Aberdeen. Here's the others. They're coming out. No, that's the two of them coming out of Wesbank. The race is over. I think the Audi team doesn't know this. There's Tony Viana. He's lying in fifth position now, well ahead of anybody else in the 3.8 litre class. Unfortunately, Johan Coetzee got a stone into his motor early on and went down the intake and did a lot of damage inside the motor. So Johan Coetzee didn't come out for the second race in his Gear Max Skyline. But it's Viana, a very competent driver, won the standing group N today. He's winning his class in the Wesbank Modified. So it's been a very, very good day here for Tony Viana. Now moved to the Transvaal from Velkom, living up here in Johannesburg. Competent drive, makes it look easy as he gets further and further away from them. No heroics, comes to get the flag. To bring to a close the action here at Kyalami. It's been a great christening for the circuit. The rain starts pouring down again, and it's really showing that the circuit is ready for Grand Prix racing. It's got more to be tidied up, but the circuit itself. Win's been shared now between Terry Moss and Aberdeen. The second race